Welcome to Council Connection. I'm Sweetie Marberry, Mayor and Durango City Councilor. This program is designed to give you a snapshot of happenings at the most recent Durango City Council meeting. This time we look at the October 16th meeting. This meeting began with several proclamations and presentations. First, we recognized the winners of the Friends of the Library Bookmark contest. Several youngsters from Durango elementary through high schools were presented first and second place awards and gift certificates from Maria's Bookstore for bookmarks they designed. These bookmarks will be available at the library, starting with the Friends of the Library book sale, which will take place November 2nd and 3rd. We then proclaimed October as National Code Compliance Month, and we recognized our code enforcement officers, Steve Barkley and Shane Rokema, for their contributions to promoting life and safety and neighborhood aesthetics on a daily basis throughout our community. Next, Police Chief Kamran Afzal reported on recent activities of his department. He noted that growth of the community, including La Plata County, coupled with tourism, results in a community actually much larger than Durango's full-time population of around 18,000, presenting additional challenges for the force.
We have Fort Lewis College. We have a lot of entertainment that comes up here on weekends. Night we have all the great restaurants that on Main Avenue that people come in. So even though our population currently is about 18,800 something, a much larger community than our nighttime population. I think we're probably twice the number, and probably during summer times when the tourist season is in full bloom, we probably serve more people than that.
He once again noted the inadequacies of the existing police station and the need to update department technology to aid in the fight against crime. Our consent agenda, which is intended to allow the City Council by a single motion to approve matters that are considered routine or non-controversial, consisted of 8 items. One of those, which prompted lively discussion among councilors, was a resolution voicing support for ballot question 2A. It asked city residents to approve modest increases in city sales and property taxes to secure adequate future funding for the community.
There have been concerns raised about, oh my gosh, it's $200 million. Well, yeah, if you multiply 25 years, which is absolutely essential for being able to bond the cost of an expensive item like a new building. And there are other buildings that need similar needs. The Carnegie building is 100 years old. It needs significant renovations if it's really going to be useful for city staff in the future, and so on. Staff documented a minimum of $2 million a year needed to just keep up with our streets, much less get ahead, which is our goal, because we've got streets that are on the downside of failing. And if they're not kept up and improved, they will get worse and worse, and then we'll have major reconstruction costs. And to get to that point needs about $4 million a year. Well, you multiply that by $25 million, and that's where you get $100 million.
Also on the consent agenda were requests for 2 public hearings on the 2019 proposed budget and 2019 annual appropriation ordinance. These will take place at our November 5th council meeting. All consent agenda items were approved. There were 2 quasi-judicial hearings before council. The first was to consider an amendment to the Mountain Trace Plan development near County Road 250 and Metz Lane. It was originally approved for 78 units, but the developers are requesting 6 additional units in response to market demand for smaller 1- and 2-bedroom townhomes. They also added some trails and playground areas. Our second public hearing was on a condominium plat creating the Lightner Creek Village 1 storage facility, creating garage and storage space linked to residential units in the development, which is located on Highway 160 West. During Reports and Actions, City Manager Ron LeBlanc responded to a guest editorial in local media critical of Ballot Issue 2A. The writer of the op-ed piece compared Durango to Montrose, which the city manager said is like comparing an apple to an orange.
Population, does that tell the full story here? So if I want to just divide one number to another and get a per capita, population does not tell the full story. Both Montrose and Durango are regional centers, but our daily population, I always use a figure of 32 to 34,000 people a day. And when you think of being a tourist destination, we have the train, we have Purgatory and Mesa Verde. Those types of tourist attractions are not present in the Montrose area. We also have Fort Lewis College.
He noted numerous other differences between the two communities. 2018 election ballots were mailed to area voters October the 15th. If you visit this website, you can get all kinds of information on the 2018 election, including sample ballots, descriptions of the various issues on the ballot, and a list of candidates. Some other events that are coming up you should be aware of. There will be a public meeting on changes to the city sign code Monday, October the 29th at 5 p.m. at the library. The revisions are prompted by a Supreme Court ruling requiring content-neutral regulations when it comes to signage. You can find out what that means and more by attending that meeting. Our fall cleanup of yard waste continues through November the 2nd. Pickup schedules and information on what is and isn't accepted can be found online at durangogov.org/cleanup. Our next study session is Tuesday, October the 23rd at 4 p.m. We will discuss community support funding contained in the proposed 2019 budget. Due to the November 6th election, our next regular council meeting is moved to Monday, November 5th at 6:30 p.m. And that's Council Connection for the October 16th Durango City Council meeting. I'm City Councilor and Mayor Sweetie Marbury. Thanks for joining us. And remember, you can always contact your city councilors via email at citycouncil@durangogov.org.